Hey everyone, Monk here, and today I bring you my 3 go-to setups for the upcoming Cyrodiil test. I have optimized these setups in such a way that you can literally slap them on any class, and a few tweaks here and there, you are good to go, except with one exception, Max Orc. So for the Max Orc, I'll be giving a bonus setup at the end of video, so make sure to watch till the end. Now remember, this is not a detailed build guide, but just to give you an idea of possible set combination that you could be wearing in these tests, because only 19 sets are allowed, along with of course one piece of all monster sets. For the detailed builds, I'll post the link of my builds on build editor in the info section so that you can check out the skills and other stuff from the build. Now before I start, if you are new to my channel and if you do like the video, then please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any future videos. And now let's do this. So the first setup I want to talk about is for magic based characters, especially for Magplar, Magblade, Magnan, Macro and Magicka. I'll be using 5 pieces of Ember Plasm on the body, all light and all impen. This, in my opinion, is one of the best usable sustain set from the lot. Another good alternative to this is Shackle Breaker in case you don't have access to Ember Plasm or just don't want to farm it. Now Shackle being craftable also gives you freedom to choose your pieces, but in my opinion, if you can, then go for Ember Plasm. Next 5-piece set is Spinner, Loss of Mag, and a huge spell pen bonus makes it really stand out among the crowd. However, there is one problem with this set. If you also backbar it, then the 5th piece penetration is basically useless, considering backbar is mostly configured defensively. So I would recommend to use either a restoration staff of willpower or sword and board if you do prefer that. The extra mag from willpower and the shield actually makes up for the loss of spell damage from Spinner, but also if you have a shield equipped on the backbar, that extra mag makes it way better than to slot Spinner here. Another alternative to Spinner would be to use 3 willpower and 2-piece trainee. Damage output is slightly less, but you do get more health and bit more Magicka from this combination. Both setups are good and will perform really well. For the last 2 pieces, you can go 1 piece Chuden and 1 piece Pirate if you want to go defensively, or go 1 piece Scoria and 1 piece Kina or Narayath for getting more damage out of the setup. For the Mender Stone, use Atro for more mag recovery, and for food use Bewitched Sugar Skulls. Now make sure that all your jewelry is infused with the spell damage enchant, and front weapon sharp with Berserker Glyph. Next, let's have a look at the stamp setups. Now this setup will work really well on Stampblade, Stampsork and Stamplar, and you can also use it on Stamp DK. But for Stampcrow and Stampdun, I will be showing a third setup in a bit, and that works way better on those 2 classes than this one. So for the 2-piece monster sets, like I said before, you can again use 1 piece of Chuden and 1 piece Pirate to go defensively, or use a combo of Krog, Veli or Kina to get more damage. For the 5-piece set on body, Spriggan is a really strong contender, but then Draugr Hulk and Hunting are also not too behind. Now damage for all these sets is very close, and the only difference when it comes to choose one from another is how accessible these are to you. Spriggan can be bought but is quite expensive, Draugr Hulk is free but needs to be farmed, and Hunting, being the easiest to get of 3, is craftable. So take your pick of the set, but my recommendation would be Spriggan. For the second 5-piece, you can either choose again one of the sets from before, or you can go for a sustain set like Ember Plasm or Shackle Breaker. But again, like Magicka setup, you can also use 3-piece agility and 2-piece endurance or trainee. And me personally, I'll be going ahead with agility and endurance. For the food, use again Bewitched Sugar Skulls, and for Munderstone, use Serpent to get more stamina recovery. And now for the last setup is again for stamina based characters, but this time is more focused on being tanky while still retaining good amount of damage. The only difference between this setup and the previous one is that we use 5 pieces of fortified brass on body. This set alone gives you tons of resistance, and especially if you use it with Chuden and Pirate, your resistances should be way over the limit. You can combine this with any of the damage sets like Spriggan, Hunting, Draugr Hulk, or Agility and Endurance combo, and this will be a very solid setup for Stamgrow and Stamdun because these classes easily make up for the damage loss from the burst skill they have access to. Yes, I'm talking about Sharks and Bone Blasters. Now for the food, Mundustone and Glyphs, it will all remain same as before, and for the trade, go Impen and at least 2 pieces well fit. And now the bonus setup for the Max Orcs. Well, it's common knowledge that Max Orcs work best when you stack Max Mag, so we will go ahead with 5-piece Crafty, 3-piece Ancient Grace, and 3-piece Willpower. For the last piece, you can choose 1 piece of any monster set or go 1-piece Training. I would recommend, however, to use Domi House if you have access to it, because it not only gives you Mag but also Stam, which we know how important it is, especially for Mag characters. So that was some of the easiest and effective set combination you can be using for the Cyrodiil test during the next 3 weeks, but remember, these are just some of the most popular choices. Of course, you can choose to run 4 pieces of your favorite sets, for example Stoon, but it just won't be as effective as these options I just told you. If you have any further questions, feel free to post them in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So I wish you best of luck and see you soon in Cyrodiil.